Good afternoon. I'm Deputy Chief Larson. I'm over investigations for the Tulsa Police Department. The Tulsa Police Department began a warrant sweep this morning at 0800. We have our fugitive warrants detail beginning to look for people who are wanted on municipal warrants. To date, the City of Tulsa has a little over 92,000 unpaid traffic tickets, failure to appear, etc., warrants that have been issued by the municipal court. And the last time we made a concerted effort, which was right before Christmas of 2013, we ended up arresting 64 individuals and processing over 226 municipal warrants in just a couple of days. So what we're doing now is we're past the holiday season. We're going to come back and look at this problem. Obviously, 92,000 outstanding municipal misdemeanor warrants is a significant number. There are several ways that if somebody is wanted that they can take care of these. One of them is to call the city court clerk's office and they can check to see the status of their warrants. Or if they are wanted, that number is 918-596-7761. Ms. Kelly Brader is standing up here. She's the city court clerk. She oversees the operation of the daily operation of the municipal courts. What the judges have agreed to do, like they did in late 2013, is that if somebody comes down and willfully comes into the courtrooms, gets a court date, talks to them about a payment plan, they're not going to be put in jail. They're going to be offered an opportunity to set up a payment plan by the judge and pay out those municipal warrants. The last thing we really want to do is incarcerate somebody over a city traffic ticket or an ordinance violation. What we do realize, though, is that the ordinances have to have teeth to be effective. If people believe they can speed and there's no consequences, if people believe they can run a red light and there's no consequences, be involved in a traffic accident, drive under the influence, there has to be consequences to those actions. And obviously the citations that are issued for ordinance violations are the consequences. So the Fugitive Warrants Unit has begun, like I said, at 8 this morning. What we would like the public to know is they have an opportunity to come down on their terms, rather than have an officer show up at their home in the early morning hours or the dinner time hours or come into their place of work. Because the fugitive warrants detail will seek those people out wherever they are who are in possession or actually owe the city for one of these 92,000 outstanding warrants, and usually it's not going to be at the best time. So what we'd like to see them do is come down to the city court, go in and talk to a judge, set up a payment plan, take care of the warrants. Otherwise, they can expect a knock on their door or be stopped while they're out moving around in their vehicles, or have a couple of Tulsa police officers show up at their place of employment. And that's what we don't want to see happen, and we're pretty sure they don't want to see happen. But what we are committed to is reducing this number and having people come back, pay their outstanding citations or debt owed to the city, and get on with their lives. At this time, if you all have questions, I'll be glad to answer.
Is there a specific type of warrants you want, whether it's the oldest ones or traffic tickets, or they're just across the board?
Across the board?
They're across the board. I mean, the last time we did it, we had people who had outstanding arrests for DUIs that had failed to come to court. We had people who had run red lights, been involved in traffic accidents, who took the citation that day, folded it, put it in a glove box, and thought there would not be a day that came around. And then they're working at one of our local businesses, and 2 uniformed officers walk in, and it takes them away from their business. Last thing we want to do is do that, but we will enforce those outstanding warrants. So the message I'm trying to send to the public through you all is there's a real easy way to take care of this, and there's a way that's not going to be comfortable. The way that's real easy is call the city court clerk, confirm you have warrants, come down, talk to a judge. The judge will work with you to resolve those warrants. If we have to come find you, it's never going to be a good time. But you all know how aggressive our fugitive warrants unit is. We have a really good track record when we decide we want to find somebody of finding them. So that's where we're at right now. Other questions?
It's 92,000 tickets. How many people does that represent?
Well, and obviously in those 92,000 outstanding warrants, we have people that have, or individuals that have 1 citation, which has gone to warrant status, all the way up to 15 or 20 citations. Do we know a record of? But I mean, it was not uncommon in the week before Christmas to see people coming in owing anywhere from 5 to 10 different citations they had received for either car accidents, failure to appear in court, any other noise, or I'm sorry, not noise, but any other ordinance violation that they had been written by either a Tulsa police officer or one of our code enforcement officers.
You know about how many dollars that's representing?
No,
Millions.
I was going to say, yeah, it obviously would be in the millions. The 226 warrants that were served when the warrant sweep that occurred just before Christmas of 2013, about 2.5 months ago, netted a little over $100,000 worth of revenue into the city coffers. This is not something new, gentlemen. We have done warrant sweeps in my 30-some years of being a police officer. We've had municipal warrant sweeps almost, if not yearly, a lot of times quarterly. And we'd kind of gotten away from doing that, but we are back.
How big is the task force and how many officers are out there engaged in this right now?
I think we'll be running somewhere around, let me look at my warrant officers, 12, 15? 12 to 15 officers.
This is going all week long.
It's going to go past this week. This is the week we're trying to reach out and let people know that we're looking. And the warrant officers will continue to go after them, what I would call the high volume, those individuals who have more than one municipal arrest warrant out for their prosecution. We will obviously go after the multiple ones first, but we will work our way down to the singles.